Hey everybody, this is John, and say hi, Christy.
Hi.
And Christy's been working on this 2016 Q5, and she's replacing the axle shaft. Here is the part number, and I got this from OEM Brimmer Parts. Now you can go to the dealer and spend $1,100 over, but I got this shaft for $544. Here's the parts that I'm using and the tools. Now I'm using electrical tools, but you can use hand tools to do this. All right, let me show you the specialty tool that you'll need. It's going to be an M10 Torx for this fastener that goes into this shaft here. Also, you'll be using this 19 millimeter Allen wrench that goes into the axle shaft here. Now, when Christy loosened up this axle nut, what she did is that she went over here and after she loosened it up, she tapped it to break the seal of the axle shaft so we can let it easier take it off. All right, so let me show you how me and Christy loosened up that axle nut. She's gonna take those three tools there. We're gonna go to the car here. And what I did is that I stepped on the brake and she went in while the tires were down, and we put it on the axle shaft, and then she just put all her weight, and about the fifth time, right, Christy? And it came apart. And that's how we loosened it up. Okay, so let's go back to the parts. I wanted to show you what we took off. This is the bracket that we took off with this a 12 millimeter plastic fastener, and I used a 12 millimeter wobbly. Now you can use a regular socket, but I use this and the extension to take it off with my electrical gun. Actually, Christy did. And what Christy, let me show you where it was put on. It was installed right here, just like this. And here are the two bolts that are protruding from here to where it came off. Okay, and we'll be right back and we'll show you how we're going to install this axle. Okay, we're back underneath the car, so Christy's going to go ahead and put it in. And what she's going to do is she's going to put it in through the back first and let it drop down a little bit lower. As you can see, she's doing that right now. And then it'll allow her enough room to install it on the front end. There we go. See how she did that? And that's what you're going to do, and when you take it out, is you're going to do that in the same way. Now, we're going to show you what we did to break loose the seal in the back. Hold on one second. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back up top, guys, and Chris is going to show you how we unseated the back of the shaft. So what she did is that she put it on the corner of there, and then she tapped it with the hammer, and it unseated from there. And then we were able to, after we took off these bolts here, okay, and that's how we're able to unseat that. Because as you can see behind here, it's all pretty rusted here, and it by hand you can't take that off. So now that we got the axle off, Chris is going to grab her fasteners and the specialty tool there, and her extension. There we go, and then the electric ratchet, and then we're going to go back there and we're going to show you how we installed this part of the thing here. Okay, be right back. So right now, Christy is going to put in the on the other end of the shaft. She's going to put it in there. Now, I apologize, it's hard for us to see, but she is just positioning it there so she can get it back in there. And then once she does that, we'll go ahead and start putting those fasteners on. So once we get those on for you, we'll show you how we did it. Okay, guys, Christy went ahead and installed all of them. And what we did, as you can see, they're all on, is I went inside the cabin, I pushed on the brake, and that's how she was able to tighten up with this ratchet here. And we attached it about 78, 80 foot-pounds. And then what we would do is I would let go of the brake, then I would turn it. As you can see, it's turning, then go to the next one. Then turn it and go to the next one. All right, Christy, go ahead and tighten up that last one for you. And we'll move on to the axle nut. Okay, I'll put it right here, but of course we can't see too well what Christy's doing, but she's installing that last one there for you. All right, let me put on the brake for you, Christy. I'll be right back. Okay, now she's going to put on the axle nut. And what Christy did is that she took the other hand and she shoved the axle on this other side here. And she shoved it as far as she can go, just like that. And then she started to thread that baby through. And then once she gets it started, I'll go ahead and hand her the electric tool. I'll be right back. Okay, now she's gonna zap it in with that gun. Now this DeWalt, they say it takes about, it's 150 pounds of pressure, so we're gonna zap it in there. Did you twist it first? Yep. All right, so we're gonna zap it in while the tire's in the ground. It's probably gonna be easier. So the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna install this bracket here, and we'll be right back with the bracket. Okay, she's gonna install that bracket now. Let me get you some light there. Okay, she's gonna use the gun now to zap it in to your right of you.
There it is.
Okay, as you can see now, we've got that bracket back in there. We also have the bolts installed. Sorry, there we go. The bolts are installed. Also, it's in the back of the shaft there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to tighten up this axle nut while the tires are on the ground. So we're pretty much all tightened up here. So let us get us on the ground with the tires and we'll be right back. Okay, Christy has gotten the car down. Right now she's going to tighten up the lug nuts. And she set her torque wrench up to 85 foot-pounds. And it just clicks once you hit that. There we go. And what she's going to do is she's going to do a cross pattern. Just like that. And then once she does them all, she'll do them clockwise again. And that's how you should do it when you put the tires on. And the reason why we're torquing these is that when you have a flat tire, it won't take a big old pry bar to get that out. Now she's going to do each one of them clockwise. Each one just to check the pressure to make sure it's right. Oops. Okay, so we got click. Okay, go next one. Yeah, there we go. All right. So at least this way, Christy will be able to take this tire off when she gets a flat tire. All right, last but not least, we're going to go ahead and tighten up that axle nut. And there are the tools right there. She's going to go ahead and set herself up. And now she's going to tighten it up. And usually what you want to do is you want to extend that bar out. And like Christy was doing, extend it as far as you can. The more you extend it, the more leverage you got. And what you want to do is that when you do this, and Christy's going to show you, is go low to the ground and then put your foot on it so you don't hurt yourself right there. And then just put your foot on it to tighten it up even more until you can't do it anymore. Now they say, I think it's over 175 pounds of pressure, but what we want to make sure we don't hurt each other with doing this is that we're just going to take it off again and we're just going to move it and put it up again. And one more dot just like this. And she's going to press down and get that baby tight, nice and tight, until you can't do it anymore. There we go. She's going to continue that until it gets really tight. All right, guys. Well, that's it for the YouTube video of the axle shaft. I hope this is very helpful. Chris is going to say goodbye.
Bye.
And hopefully we'll be back with more stuff, and I hope this helps. Bye-bye now.